Are you aware that there's a profound connection between how you take care of your body and your spiritual health? In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 powerful ways that your physical health and your spiritual health are interconnected. Now, whether you're a person of faith or if you're someone who's seeking deeper meaning and understanding, the conversation we're going to have in this video is powerful because I'm going to share with you how taking care of your body can elevate your spirit, give you more life energy, and help you live a life of greater purpose. Now, I'm a Christian, and in this video, I will quote some scripture from the Bible. But the conversation we're having today goes far beyond any religion or theology, because I'm defining spiritual health as a sense of inner well-being and peace that arises from living your life with your deepest values and practices at the forefront. So let's get into this video on 7 powerful ways that your physical and spiritual health are interconnected and how taking care of your body can elevate you and make you healthy in body, mind, and spirit. All right, so number 1, physical health and spiritual health both depend on discipline. And it's no coincidence that the discipline we need to create a healthy body, to eat healthy, to exercise, to recover, is the same discipline that supports all areas of our lives. And here's the amazing thing about being human. We have bodies, which means these bodies have needs in terms of nutrition, circadian rhythm, and we have challenges and temptations. And to succeed with our bodies, we must express discipline. And when we allow our body to get undisciplined, when our habits start to collapse around our physical health, that bleeds into all other areas of our lives. And I think you can experience this as true in your own life. If you reflect, if there's periods of time you got really stressed, you let yourself go. What happens in those times is you don't feel great about yourself. You have this internal feeling of misalignment. You know you can be doing better. You're not happy with feeling blah, lacking the energy and the spark and the vitality. And there's this inherent course-correcting mechanism to bring us back into physical wholeness, which ultimately creates greater spiritual wholeness. And this is why right now, if your health is not exactly where you want it to be, working on your physical body is one great way to deepen yourself spiritually, because you're ultimately bringing your habits into alignment. You're ultimately confronting those different challenges and temptations you have in your life and expressing some discipline in the direction of your greater values that are typically bigger than the short-term pleasures that might have you trapped right now. So discipline is the foundation. And it's why I inherently believe that the process of getting healthy and living healthy is spiritual. And as I walk deeper into my spiritual walk and my physical walk, my great motivation to get healthy is no longer about how good I'll look. It's really about how aligned I feel, because the word health actually comes from the word wholeness. And this requires discipline to express this. So if you resonate with this video so far, I want to ask you 2 things. 1, hit the thumbs up button to let me know this message is landing for you. And 2, if you have a story of an experience about how discipline is interplayed between your physical and spiritual health, please comment below. Let me know about a time when you felt off track and how that affected your other areas of your life. And also a time when you got healthy, how maybe you ended up becoming more committed to routines like prayer, meditation, recovery, kindness, gratitude. I think these processes are so interlinked. Let's get into the next point. All right, number 2, physical health and spiritual health both depend on your awareness and control of your urges. So many people struggle with their health because they're trapped in their urges and addictions to unhealthy food. Look, all the unhealthy food out there typically tastes great. It's loaded with sugar, it's loaded with salt, it's inherently designed to get us addicted. And because we're humans and we have all these different senses, there are so many things that can enthrall us and suck us in. And I think you can pick any spiritual tradition. They basically have the same fundamental premise that if you allow your senses to control you, your sense of taste is gluttony. The sense of the eyes of craving something could be greed, it could be lust. The sense of allowing anything external to you to control you is ultimately losing the sense of integrity, and it's leading you down a path of being stuck and frustrated. So when you are getting healthier with your physical body, you are inherently confronting any addictions you have to the food you're eating or any urges that you may have to be lazy. And I'm telling you, this is really expressing deep spiritual power by getting yourself aligned on this front. Because when we get into this addicted pattern, there's actually changes that are happening on a neurological level. Our brain has this reward system that's driven by dopamine, And we have a culture right now that is constantly zapping and taxing our dopamine because we're addicted to the screens with the constant scrolling and the push notifications. We're addicted to the TV shows, to the high sugar foods, and we're constantly getting these reward hits that ultimately make us addicted in all areas of our lives. And a lot of us, when we're feeling stressed from high pressure lives, we turn to food as a way to cope. We turn to social media, we turn to drugs and alcohol and these different addictive behaviors, but it actually just creates a deeper rut that keeps us even more stuck. Now, I want to quote a little scripture because I think this is very relevant. It's Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 to 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. And so what that means to me is that this state of spiritual elevation is characterized by peace and by joy and by self-regulation. And ultimately, when we are getting healthier, we are looking at all the things in our life that are getting us dysregulated. First, we start with the foundations of getting our nutrition in check, of breaking addictions to sugar. Then we get into exercise and creating more structure and routine and consistency with that in a way that's sustainable and fun. Then we also look at other areas. Do we have any problems around our sleep and circadian rhythm? Are we addicted to too many stimulants? Are there other bad habits that we need to break to become well? We need to become aware of our urges and then again, express that discipline in the direction. And this is why the path of getting your physical body healthier is actually enhancing your spirit. It's enhancing your wholeness and making you a more powerful person. Because when you can navigate in this distracted, addicted world with much more clarity and decisiveness, where you move in the direction of the stuff that's really good for you long term, and not, even though you will still have those temptations and those urges, it's not like those go away, but they no longer have you trapped. You're no longer enslaved by them. You have so much more power to create and to elevate others. And inherently, that is more freedom. That's what this gives you. Let's move on to our third point. All right, so point number 3 is that physical health gives us more life energy to pursue deeper purposes. And no matter what religious tradition that you look at, they all have this fundamental concept that living in a good, righteous, and aligned way gives you more life. In some cases, it gives you eternal life. But I believe on a basic level, religion aside, is it gives you more life energy. Because we can also see what the converse happens. At the end of our lives, if we don't take care of these bodies, we end up trapped in a web of chronic disease, brain fog, pain, discomfort, and that ultimately drains our life energy. It shifts all of our focus from things that could be deeply fun and nourishing and service-oriented and purposeful, down to taking care of this vessel and trying to put band-aids on deeper problems that were created from an unhealthy lifestyle. So I'm here to kind of wake you up and help you understand that taking care of this body gives you more cellular energy, more life energy that you can use in any direction that feels most aligned for you. And I think that's what this is all about. It's about this experience of living fully, and to live fully as a human means to have a very healthy and vibrant body. So when you get the right foods into your body on a regular basis, when you move your body, when you have good social connections, when you address your sources of stress, you get more life energy. And then you can be a brighter light in the world to pursue and experience yourself as the greatest purpose and fulfillment of your unique life and your unique gifts. And when I look at the world right now, we obviously see a lot of pain in individuals as well as social structures and governmental structures. The only way for us to really fix that is to become the light we want to see in the world, which means becoming the best versions of ourselves. This is why most everyone who is performing at a high level for a long period of time has deep routines with their physical health because it gives them the life energy. And I just want to get you excited because now when we're looking at longevity-based medicine, it's all about the mitochondria, these powerhouses inside your cells that produce ATP. And guess what keeps your mitochondria healthy? A nutrient-rich diet, plenty of sunshine, good water, regular exercise, fasting. All of these fundamental life habits are what give you that cellular energy to pursue the deeper purposes. Because what I don't want for you is what I see so many people going into. Working their whole lives, doing the planting, only to get to the end of their lives when it could be time to reap the harvest, but you're actually so sick, so worn out, so broken down that you don't actually get to enjoy the fruits of all the work and the planting that you did. Makes no sense to me, right? So let's flip a different script. And I want you to reflect on this. Like, Share below in the comments, like, how good is your energy right now on a scale of 1 to 10? And I'll say this, even if you give yourself a 9 and you're pretty good, there is another level to get there. And it's pretty much gonna come down to more sleep and restoration, maybe taking a break from some stimulants, really dialing in your micronutrients. This is all stuff we help people with inside our Fit Father and Fit Mother programs. So if you're feeling inspired and you want some deeper health to give you more life energy, there's gonna be links in the description. And I also want you to know the next time you're feeling sluggish or thinking about skipping a workout, or you look at that cheat meal or that bag of chips and you're like, oh, that tastes really good, there's a deeper conversation happening here. Is this adding to your life, or is it draining it and taking it away? Just something to be aware of. You can still choose to eat those chips. I do sometimes as well, but I have this deeper understanding running in the background where it's not just about momentary pleasure, it's about life energy and the purpose that it gives me in my life.
If you're a coffee lover, you know that not all coffee is created equal. Most coffee today is loaded with pesticides, mycotoxins, and heavy metals, things you definitely don't want in your morning brew. That's where Life Boost coffee comes in. It's the only doctor-backed coffee that's pure, safe, and packed with flavor. Life Boost Coffee Trust Pure process screens for over 450 toxins, so you're getting a clean, low-acid coffee that's gentle on your stomach. Their beans are USDA certified organic, single origin, and grown without pesticides at high altitudes, meaning more antioxidants and a rich, smooth taste. Life Boost also offers a decaf option made with the Swiss water method, so you can enjoy a pure chemical-free decaf that's just as delicious as the original. What really sets Life Boost apart? It's doctor-crafted, trusted by health professionals, and delivers on flavor without the bitterness or acidity found in other coffees. You'll taste and feel the difference with every sip. Visit lifeboostcoffee.com/fitfamily and use code FITFAMILY10 for 10% off your order. That's lifeboostcoffee.com/fitfamily with code FITFAMILY10 for a healthier coffee experience. Decaf included. I promise you'll absolutely love it.
Point number 4 is that physical exercise is the perfect metaphor for spiritual growth. When we exercise our bodies, we are intentionally engaging in stress. We are lifting heavier weights to challenge our muscles, to create some micro damage to those fibers and to the bones, and then the body adapts and gets stronger. I think this is the process that's happening in all growth. And when we look back at our lives, the most meaningful times in our lives are almost always times when we had a really hard challenge, a really testing period in our lives that forced us, because of that pressure, to grow, to elevate, to shed baggage, to step into a new, greater version of ourselves. That's why a dedication to physical training on a daily basis, or at least multiple times per week, is going to make you stronger in all areas of life. If you're doing a set of squats and you want to quit at rep 8, but you said you get 12, and then you push through, you are building this muscle of approaching intentionally hard and challenging things because you know it's good for you in the future. And almost everyone I know who's struggling with their health, they are short-minded, short-sighted. They're trapped in short-term pleasures, like again, the unhealthy food or the momentary urge for laziness. All these things are all about short-term pleasure, but they cause long-term pain. The cool thing about exercise is it makes you long-minded. You do hard things today because you know it's going to give you a payoff into the future. And I know in my life, the best things are when I plant something today and I get a long-term payoff into the future. The more you approach hard and challenging things, the easier it gets to stay in that groove. And I'm not gonna say it's easy. Look, I've spent a decade supporting tens of thousands of parents in my programs. It's inherently challenging. That's why this business, Fit Father and Fit Mother, exists, because people do need support to come into a cocoon of deep focus, to get a plan that works, and to get all the support to help you create that momentum and get back on track anytime you need it. So there's a lot to it. And now this is a little bit of my own personal faith, is I believe that God, Source, is putting challenges in our path that we are to overcome. It's baked into the very human system. The process of growing these physical bodies requires stress and pressure. That's exercise. So it also makes sense as this metaphor that the process of growing ourselves into greater self-knowing, spiritual strength, must be overcoming challenges. If you are in a challenging season of your life right now, for any reason, it is an opportunity for you to become stronger. It's not surprising for me, the reason I got into physical training and exercise was after my dad died. My dad died, I was in so much pain. But I realized that I could actually invest in my physical training as a way to become stronger, and I healed in the process. So just know this, if you're going through a really tough time right now, I say lean into your physical training. Try to do something every day that pushes yourself physically, and it will help you transform that stagnant energy into more power and possibilities, and it's gonna help you get your life on track. And if you have a deep story here, if what I've shared so far at any point in this video has brought something up for you, please share it below in the comments. I want to hear your story, and I know the other people listening to this want to hear it too. We're not here by ourselves, we're here to elevate one another, and that means sharing our stories and our experience, so please comment below. I look forward to hearing your comment. On to our next point. All right, so point number 5 is that our physical health and our spiritual health benefits from fasting and the practice of emptiness. And if I look at some of the problems of our sick modern culture today, one of the biggest roots of it is that we are absolutely overloaded with all sorts of inputs. We're all stressed out with tons of news and media and demands. We're always so busy. Our minds are so frenetic. And then our bodies are being overloaded with excess food and calories and junk. We're taking in way too much and not giving ourselves enough of a break in practice of emptiness. Fasting is basically allowing the metabolism to get into a catabolic state where the body's not getting in those signals of nutrients, and it can break down all of these damaged old cells. It can repair and rejuvenate. And there is a very unique metabolism that happens in a fasted state that doesn't happen when there's calories, amino acids, and insulin being triggered. That is fed metabolism. And like everything in nature, there is a yin and a yang. There is a summer and a winter, a day and a night. And our metabolism has a fed metabolism and a fasted metabolism, and we need both. So, fasting is a powerful practice. And inside our Fit Father and Fit Mother programs, we recommend many types of fasting. Some people follow our daily fasting meal schedule, where they compress their eating window down to around 8 to 10 hours and do daily intermittent fasting. We recommend all of our members do a 24-hour fast once per week, which is a way to get into deeper fasting, to clean the system out, to aid in fat loss, to improve mental clarity, to raise growth hormone naturally. It's a wonderful habit. As you get more advanced, you can even move into things like 3-day fasting, which can deeply rejuvenate your immune system. It can lead to stem cell production and this deep process of autophagy that can extend your life. We cover all this in our program. And I think you have a concept that fasting is good for you. Now it's a matter of getting it into your life on a regular schedule. And the cool thing about coming into our programs and communities is you get to do it with thousands of us all together. It makes it so much easier because we're all doing it with this good community energy. But I also want to talk about the idea of fasting from all different kinds of mental and emotional things. I believe that to be spiritually healthy in today's day and age, this means taking time and space away from your phone, turning off technology for some time, turning off the news, turning off the media, turning off that part of you that feels like you have to constantly be on, constantly responding to things. That's subtly creating this kind of fight or flight sympathetic nervous system response that's robbing your energy and robbing your peace. I know for me, the most profoundly deep spiritual experiences I've had is when I've been in a deep, relaxed, parasympathetic state. It's why a lot of people feel their spirituality is so tied to nature. If you get outside on a beautiful nature walk, the sun is shining through the trees, the air is so fresh, you're not on your technology, you feel more connected. It's because literally your brain's activity and your nervous system slows down to a place of not activity and agitation, which is one way we can live, but it's not how we need to live all the time. So I want you to start fasting and ask yourself this question right now. How can you start incorporating all levels of fasting? Physical fasting as well as mental and emotional fasting. And I'll say for most of us, it means spending some intentional time away from technology. If you want to habit stack this totally powerfully, then you can do what we do, is fasting over Friday and Saturday inside the community and then taking a break from technology for some time. It could totally change your life. Let's move on to the next point. All right, so point number 6 is that our physical health and our spiritual health depend just as much on rest as they do activity. And I think one of the symptoms of our modern sick culture here in the West is that we have this bias that more is better. And then in fact, to actually feel worthy and to have value, we must constantly do more. This is a disease of the mind because yes, activity is a part of the cycle of life, but so is rest and restoration. Again, this is baked into natural law. We are circadian beings. We are active during the sun time. We are meant to sleep and recover during the evening time. And it's only been over the last 200 years that we've had electricity in our homes at all times, where we have to be on all the time and constantly connected. So I'm actually saying that the pathway to better health for you might actually be doing less. Because I know a lot of people that are hard-charging high performers, working big jobs, managing their families, drinking 5 cups of coffee a day, that actually aren't healthy. Even though they're working out and eating healthy foods, their system is always in overdrive. And one of the keys to being really healthy and living a long life is to stay in this parasympathetic, relaxed state. In fact, if you go to India and you were to go to the Himalaya mountains or some of these ashrams and shrines, and you see these yogis that are regularly living to 100 plus years old, a lot of them are just chilling. They're in deep meditative states. They're keeping the body in a relaxed state. And so you can do all of the hard charging things, but if you neglect rest, you're never gonna be healthy. Not as healthy as you could be, because we need to keep the nervous system in parasympathetic dominance. So what this means is absolutely prioritizing sleep. Like, make that a non-negotiable. And I would even say that actually getting great sleep is probably more effective for your long-term health than doing high-intensity exercise. Because the converse is 100% gonna burn you out. You're doing HIIT training, you're strength training, you're missing sleep, eventually that's gonna break and crash. But if you get great sleep, you get great energy. And ultimately that's gonna make you feel better and more motivated to do more training. So prioritize more rest. Another practical tip is on the weekends when you have more space and time, take a nap. Catch up on a little bit of that sleep debt from the week ahead. A lot of us end up spending our free time doing stressful stuff that's not even restoring us. So really even do an audit of where your time is going on any time you have more restoration. I know that I've certainly gone on some vacations where I come back and I'm absolutely stressed. I'm like, we ran around the whole time. I didn't actually get to restore and rejuvenate. So really do an assessment right now. Where are you getting rest and restoration? Where are you lacking it? What can you do better? This is absolutely essential for your long-term health. Let's move on to our final point. Now our final point, number 7, is that gratitude leads to a long and healthy life. I love seeing these videos and these stories of these centenarians, the people who are living to 100. Some of them have really wonky habits. They drink scotch, they eat chocolate bars, but almost all of them are thankful for the gift of life and have great social connections. And there is so much research showing that gratitude literally changes your physiology to keep you stronger and more robust. I want to cite a few of these studies. There was a study in the Journal of Psychosomatic Research that explored the link between gratitude and immune function and found that gratitude positively impacts the immune system and leads to greater immune strength. So literally just the practice of being thankful for the things in your life is creating a feedback system to your actual cells where they become more robust and strong. And at the end of our lives, many people actually have a dysfunctional immune system that leads to cancer, that leads to chronic diseases and viruses and bacteria that create inflammation and ultimately death. And gratitude is a first-line defense against this. It keeps you stronger because you're thankful for life. Here's another study in 2017 in the American Journal of Cardiology found that gratitude was associated with lower blood pressure and improved heart health. And this is probably because stress does the opposite. High cortisol constricts those arteries, increases blood pressure, which can create inflammation, and then the body lays plaques down. And ultimately, high stress is causing that heart to pump so much more, and then the immune system gets suppressed when there's high cortisol levels. So simply being more grateful and again relaxing is going to change all of your main physiology systems. And if the reasons that people are dying are heart disease and cancer, and gratitude addresses both of those, this should be a primary intervention for your health. Now, I want to read this to you. This is a calculation done by Dr. Ali Benazir, and it's the probability of your birth can be estimated as follows. The chance of your parents meeting is roughly 1 in 20,000. The chance of your parents staying together long enough to have children is around 1 in 2,000. The probability of the specific egg and sperm meeting to create you is approximately 1 in 400 quadrillion. And the chance every one of your ancestors successfully reproduce through generations, this adds exponentially smaller probabilities for each generation, and it's estimated that you have a 1 in 400 trillion chance to be here. I got chills saying that. Is that not significant? And if you do have faith that this experience is deeper than just the body, that yes, this body returns to ashes and dust, but there's something beyond this too, then everything you're experiencing right now is perfect. It is what's coming forward in your life experience to bring you into greater value, to hone you, to sharpen you, to deepen you, to help you learn and grow. So we have so much to be grateful for, even in the challenging times. And I'll say humbly, this last year has been very challenging for me. I've shared in other videos. I went through a divorce. I had a lot of struggles with my business. And I'll tell you now, on the other side of this, I am so thankful and charged up because it brought me to my next level. First, through humility, and then through the faith and perseverance that I needed to cultivate to get through those hard times, that now allows me to share with such renewed vitality and vigor and a really pure heart who wants to help you and help wake you up to these deeper truths. So I hope you're really resonating with this. And again, if you have not hit the like button or commented below, please do. Because I want to connect with you genuinely. I don't want to just create these videos and put them out into the blank, wide world of internet and not have any interaction. I really want to hear from you. I want to hear your experience and hear what resonates with you. I appreciate you going through this video up to this point. My great desire in sharing this video with you is that it inspires you. That something I said rung is true in the deep part of your being and inspires you to take more action or even to have a greater connection to your health. Because everything that we talked about is true. These bodies have temptations, they have challenges, and our process of navigating all of this is growing us on so many levels. And I think when we get a deeper connection to our health, where it's not just about looking good or even about feeling good, it's about this deeper journey that we're on here as humans to express greater strength and wholeness and love and experience that true peace that passeth understanding. That's what we're doing here. And so I hope this did resonate with you. And again, if you have not hit the like button, please do that. And I'll say this too, if you're a person who actually wants more help with your health and you resonate with what I'm sharing and the spirit behind these words, then come check out our Fit Father and Fit Mother programs. We do a new program launching every single month. You can check in the description when our next program is launching. And in the program, we give you the step-by-step nutrition plan, the workouts, the mindset, the deeper motivation, and you're here with me in the community of thousands of like-minded Fit Fathers and Fit Mothers, and we're doing this together. That's why our members are so radically successful, because this isn't just physical fitness, it's holistic health on all levels. And we have this integrated perspective that makes this really deep and really meaningful. So thank you, my friend. I appreciate you so much. I look forward to reading your comments below. And I'm just grateful to be sharing with you today that you checked out our Fit Father and Fit Mother YouTube channel. We have more great videos coming. And also, if you have topic requests, please comment those below. I'd love to hear about those as well. And I'm taking my production of videos very, very seriously in terms of sharing deeper messages. So if you have something you want to learn about, I'd love to create that video for you. I'll see you in the next video, my friend. You can probably click links around here to check out more stuff on the channel. This is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi signing off. Have a beautiful and blessed day. I'll talk to you very soon.